Sorry, everybody. Let's get some people in here. Let's get some people in here. There's 4. I twisted my neck a while ago and felt something pop. So I don't know what I did to myself. I have no clue. I think I need to soak in the hot bath after I get through with the show. Anyway, something popped and just a second ago, and then my phone rebooted right at 2 o'clock. And that, I don't know why I did that. Oh, wow. So, hey, everybody, let me fill you in on things with our sister. We've gotten everything kind of taken care of. I got to talk to my nephew Benjamin today, who is in prison. He was in the transfer yesterday, and they can't tell me much about that. So I was left in limbo yesterday, not knowing where he was, and then I could talk to him. But he called me this morning, and everything's good. He's going to sign off on papers, and it's all good. And I got a letter from him yesterday, too. Hey, Argentina, that's a long way away. And so I'm feeling much better. I'll get her back here with me. Her ashes, anyway. And, you need to tell somebody how you feel about cremation. I don't know how I feel about it. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know how I feel about it. But in this situation, we thought it was best right now because Benjamin has another year to spend in prison, and he loved his mama. And and I said, when you get out, we'll do a service then. And he said he would like that. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, whoever sent me a wonderful, pretty plant, thank you very much. You were anonymous. Robert's mother wanted to be cremated. That was her choice. That's fine. I don't like the idea of being in a box. I'm a little claustrophobic, even though I won't be around. I'm still a little claustrophobic. I like the idea of scattering ashes. I like this idea even better, that whichever one of us goes first, me or Robert, that Justin in the end takes our ashes, puts them together, and then maybe sprinkles them in on our property somewhere. I would like that, or bury them on our property someplace in a biodegradable box. That would be good with me. But, yep. So that's where we are. And I've kind of felt like, I don't know about, I'm going to have to put some heat on my neck, I think. I don't know about a lot of things, but I know I don't want to be in the ground. But we'll see. I'll have to study on it. I don't have to make the decision right now, but I don't like graveyards either. So it's knowing what you like and what you don't like. That's a good thing. And I don't think it really matters, because in the end, we're all going to be called up to judgment, and that's just how it goes. I already took some ibuprofen, so we're good with that. So let's talk about our paper clutter. I probably won't talk for the whole hour. But I did feel something pop, so that makes me know that it's a ligament or something in my neck that's hurt me and not fixing to have a heart attack. Anyway, we all have a lot of paper clutter. And I've just sent out this wonderful, wonderful testimonial about a lady who was getting ready for a birthday party in her house. And in the process, she was trying to keep the house clean for a couple of days so she wouldn't have to clean it all again. You know, it's easier to keep house than it is to clean house. Now think about that for a second. It's easier to keep house than it is to clean house. Now, when I first got organized, I was going to become a county commissioner in my little county of Transylvania County. And I worked real hard, and my clerk, I'm having everybody over for Thanksgiving. It's my first Thanksgiving. And I asked my clerk, I said, how do you keep your house clean? And she said, well, Marla, she looked at me like I had two heads. Now, you got to know, she was born organized, and she couldn't help herself. She was born organized, and she says, it's real simple. If you get something out, you got to put it back where it belongs. Now, my granny always taught me, and get this, everything has a place and everything in its place. And when you have so much clutter, you can't find a place for things because stuff is taking over the places where you would store things. Yes, I know I look like Kathy Bates. I've been told that for the last 20 years, since Justin was 16 years old. So getting rid of that clutter gives you a place to put things. And getting rid of that paper clutter opens up great, vast areas in your home that has been invaded by this paper. And this paper we collect, and we hoard it. We hoard it. And hoarding paper is because we're afraid. Now, we got to stop being afraid that we're going to let something go. Do you understand? You have to stop being afraid that your identity is going to get stolen. We need to be careful with those things, but our houses cannot become a landfill. And that's what we're letting happen. We have become a recycle station because we don't want to let things go. So we have to hold on to things so that we can have a place to put things. We got to let them go and get rid of them. We got to stop being afraid of. Now, here are some ways to do it. And what I said in our little announcement email is getting rid of paper clutter and taking, finding a place for things and establishing routines. Well, we need a routine for getting rid of paper clutter. Now, until that time comes that you have a handle on your paper clutter, then you're still going to have stacks and stacks of things. Well, a lot of places, Ariane, it's not allowed to burn in a burn barrel. It just is not. It's not legal in this state. That's why you kind of have to have a fireplace or a fire pit. And in that fire pit, you have to stay with it, and you need to check with your local fire department before you burn. Or right now it's raining. It's dark in my house. It's awful. And you've got to check. You got to get a burn permit and that sort of thing, because a lot of times there's forest fires all over this country. It's that time of year. Yes, your kids' artwork is hard to let go. But guess what? You got a phone. And you got a phone that takes pictures. And you can save that artwork forever if you take a picture of it. And take a picture of your child holding it. What better way to document that. So we can't save everything. Our houses aren't big enough. I don't care if you've got a 5,000 square foot house. Your house is not big enough to save everything. So we need a routine for getting rid of our clutter. Simple routine for getting rid of our clutter. So when you get the mail and it comes into your house, one lady kept a shredder in her garage. And you know what she did when she got out of the car? Every day when she would get the mail out of the mailbox and drive up to the house, she would go through the mail while she's sitting in the car. And she would immediately shred those credit card applications and all of that stuff. Now, another good way, and I've been a spokesperson for LifeLock, that's a great way to protect yourself in case somebody gets something out of your mailbox and tries to, get a credit card in your name. It'll tell. You'll get a notification that somebody has tried to do something with your Social Security number. You can really, LifeLock is a good thing. But an industrial size shredder is good too. And you can burn those shreds. You can donate those shreds. You can donate them to Humane Society that has puppies, and they put them in the cages. A fire pit is a wonderful way, but you got to do it safely. After a rain, just make sure you're not going to catch your woods on fire or your yard on fire. I've tried signing up for things to quit sending that stuff to me, and it hasn't worked when I've signed up for those things. I think they take your email address because you signed up for it and sell it to somebody else. So I don't trust those things, but I know LifeLock works. I know it works because it's worked for me in the past. Hey, Sherry. She caught me live. Thanks. Anyway, we got to get a handle on this paper clutter and start a scrapbook. You can print out the picture on your printer if you want to. It doesn't even have to be on photo paper. And there's some great companies out there that will give you 1,000 free photos if you just upload your photographs to it, and it's free. Paper, we got to nip it in the bud before it comes in the house. We can't, what we usually do, now think about this as your ineffective routine. Your ineffective routine is you come in with your arms full of stuff and you throw it on your kitchen island, on the cadenza behind your couch. I'm telling you where mine goes. I don't have an island, but it used to be the end of the kitchen counter. I had a rocking chair that turned over one time because it got too many coats on the back of it. So you got to laugh at yourself. You just have to laugh. And when you come in and you've just dumped everything on that, and you plop down in a chair and you just don't want to move, well, don't stop moving when you come in the house. When you come in the house, go through. Have a place to put your keys. Have a place to put your, I think Liz knows the name of the photo app. It's 1,000 pictures. If you look up 1,000 pictures free, you might find it online. 60 tax returns for 6 years. I didn't know we've been collecting income tax that long. Anyway, I get a haircut next Wednesday. I'll be happy. You come in, dump everything on the kitchen counter, and you leave it there. Well, don't stop moving when you walk in the house. Put your purse where it belongs. I have a wonderful shelf that my husband made me that's beside my chair, and I hang my purse on it. My keys are on my purse, and everything. I can find my purse when I get ready to leave, and my keys are in the purse on a little string. It's a great way to keep up with things. Then, what else do you have? You have groceries that need to be put away. Put them away, because we try to get everything in. There's a funny commercial on TV, and that commercial it's so funny. The guy is trying to get every grocery bag out of the back of the minivan, and he's got them all on his arms, hanging all over his arms, all over it. And then he has to shut the minivan door. And it's one of those where you just stick your foot underneath it and it shuts. And he's trying to be super macho man with all of them on. Don't do that to yourself. That's too hard on your arms. You'll cut off the circulation in your hands. Don't do that. It's just grab 2 or 3, walk in the house, put them away, throw the bags away, go back out, or if it's bags that you can use again, take them back to the car, get another load so that you got the bags in the car when it's time to go grocery shopping. And it's okay to get a few more steps in. You don't have to do it all at one time. We don't have to do that ever again. Well, I guess you caught a live video because I sent out a notification for it. Anyway, we got to deal with the clutter as it comes in the house, and we've got to quit having that hot spot dumping ground of everything that's on our arms. Now, our new office in a bag, that's the old one. I want the new one. Here's the new one. It's a pretty frosty purple. I love it. There it is. That's a good color. It's just this pretty frosty purple. It has a handle that, it'll lay flat on the counter. You can get it with a control journal or you can get it without. Right now there's a 20% discount on it if you get it now. With Puddles $2.86. Isn't it strange that this week the coupon code was Puddles, because all I've been doing is crying all week long. It is a nice color. Now, I like the red one for my emergency bag. And then I have a purple one that I travel with when we go to events. So you can have one for everything. You can have one with your control journal in it. It's just a wonderful tool. Now there's another one, Liz. There's another one on there doesn't have the control journal with it. If you put that link up too, that might be helpful. It's just OIB, and we have 4 colors. It comes in the pretty purple, the frosty purple, which I really love. It comes in black. It comes in a royal blue. I think I have them all right here. Here's the black one. Here's the red one. Here's the blue one. And the purple. So we got all 4 colors right here. How cool is that? Now, another thing that causes a lot of paper clutter in our lives is we hold on to things because we think we might forget something. Well, that's why, let me find it here. Yeah, twisting my neck. Not good. Got to get some heat on it. There went the office in a bag. Is our calendar. Guess what this calendar is? This calendar is a paper clutter. It's a way to declutter your paper clutter. Because all you got to do is put it on the calendar, and then you can throw it away. You don't have to hold on to it. Now, if you need to to hold some tickets or somewhere, instead of, you can put them in the back. The calendar has a sleeve that you slide things into. We tried a pocket and y'all filled it too full. Didn't work. Just didn't work. It would tear. So this way, and we have a message board on the back, a dry erase board that is laminated, and you can use a dry erase marker on it. But a sleeve to put your stickers in and to put tickets and things in. So it's a great, this saves your memory. When you get it on your calendar, you don't have to remember it anymore. And then you set up, see, this is how, another way routines help us. Well, we have a routine for checking our calendar. As I told Patty, who was that man? I've been kind of brain dead this week, folks. Dr. Stephen Covey. We were keynote speakers at the same event. He was the morning keynote and I was the afternoon keynote. And he called me to his dressing room, called us all to his dressing room. He wanted to know, what was Fly Lady? I had to explain that this week to somebody. And, what does Fly Lady do? And they thought I was a contractor or something. That's funny. Yeah, I contract, into 1 million homes, teaching you how to get rid of your clutter and have a home that's ready for your family to enjoy. Now, he said, what do you do? And I said, well, it's like this, Dr. Covey. When I teach people how to use a calendar, I help them set up routines, and then by the time they graduate to you, they already know. And he just thought that was the funniest thing. He thought he's born organized. He thought everybody knew how to use a calendar. Well, we don't. I didn't know until I was like 43 years old. I didn't have a clue how to use a calendar. And I tried a lot of them. I'd bought day timers. I had bought his brand. I had bought all kinds of things. And it never worked until I established a habit of checking my calendar morning and afternoon and evening. Now, why did I do it in the afternoon? Because I slept since I got busy and forgot. So I need to re-up it and look at noon in case I've got dinner appointment. Like tonight, we're going to dinner with some friends. I know it because it's on my bathroom calendar. I keep my calendar in my bathroom. Why do I do that? It's just me and Robert. And I chart my weight every day. Now, right now, we got a 20% discount on those calendars. If you want to have like a body clutter calendar that you can chart your weight and kind of list your food and stuff on it, you got plenty of room on this calendar to do every bit of that. So try it. Try it. But paper clutter gets in our way of being able to function. That's a good idea, Catherine. I like reboot your memory. When we get it on the calendar, it's going to happen. And with our little routines, we're going to make sure we don't mess up. Now, this was taught to me by a friend who had a memory disorder, short-term memory loss. And she would check her calendar, and if she had an appointment in the morning for the next morning, she would take her dry erase marker and she would write it on her bathroom mirror. She'd put a big X on her bathroom mirror to remind her to check her calendar immediately upon rising. Because if she had to get some blood work done or something like that, she didn't need to eat first thing in the morning. How's that go? So, you see, you have for me, it's little rules to live by. One day I'll write a book about all these little rules. Like never leave the bathroom when the water's running in the tub. Makes perfect sense. Never leave the bath. Never leave the kitchen if you've got water running in the sink. Not even just a little bit. Ask me how I know. Because my son called one time. I was running some hot water in the sink. And the next thing I know, it's running over. It is running over. So, folks, we make little rules for ourselves. If I've got something I need to do first thing in the morning, I lay it right on top of my computer after I shut my computer down at night. That's the first thing I'm going to do when I sit down to go to work. So, setting up these little rules for ourselves gives us a guideline. And I set up a basic weekly plan for my appointments. So if I have to have a dentist appointment, my dentist only works on Monday and Tuesday. He's my age. He's ready to retire. He only works on Monday and Tuesday. So I pick Tuesday. I always want my appointment at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. That I know. And my hair appointment, I get on Wednesday. If I've got a doctor's appointment, I'll do it on a Wednesday, but not the same day as a hair appointment. But I like 2 o'clock unless they have to draw blood and I have to be there before noon. So I've got a sort of a weekly plan to when I like to do things. I like to run errands. Robert usually goes and runs our errands on Tuesday. I don't have to run errands much anymore. So you see, having this basic weekly plan helps you to know what's going on. We have stickers for our calendars. Be sure and get the stickers. And use other kinds of stickers too. Where are they? Oh my. I use labels, address labels. And I thought I had a thing of them here, but maybe I do. It's right here. Yeah, you're going to like this tip. You get the little address labels, like there's 80 to this page. And you take your highlighter and you give everybody a color. You give everybody a color. And I like things that are important. I like to label red. So everybody's got a color, and this way you can write on the label and stick it on the calendar. And then if it needs to be moved, you can move it to another day easily or make a new one. But you don't have to. See, the thing, we're perfectionists. Did you know that? We are such a perfectionist that we're afraid that we're going to mess up the calendar. Well, what good is an empty calendar? You gotta have things on your calendar. This is a way to get around our perfectionism. It's to use our perfectionism to make it fun. To make it fun. And use a label to put on your calendar. And then you can cover it up if you need to. If you make a boo-boo writing, you can use a sticker to put that on the calendar. Now, you need a routine. Get this, you need a routine for merging your family's calendars. Because your husband may have something on his calendar that's not on the family calendar. So you need to have a family meeting. So what day are you going to have that? Sunday night. Sunday night after dinner, sit down with your family before the dinner table is cleared. And because once the dinner table gets cleared, everybody's gone. Sit down with your family and ask them what it is they got going on this week, and take the family calendar down. Got something else. This is our magnets. They're super duper magnets that hold the calendar on the refrigerator. It's like castanets. These hold it. But get with your family and get everything on the calendar. And start thinking about, what are we going to do for Family Fun Day? Where do we want to go? Does Dad have something he's got to do that Mom can go and the kids can go to an aquarium or go swimming. Think about that. Sit down at the family meeting and figure out what it is you're going to do for date night, family fun day, renew your spirit day. It's all about sitting down with the family and getting it on the calendar. This will get rid of a lot of paper clutter, believe it or not. Now, if we're dealing with a desk that's piled up, I don't have a desk. My vanity right across the room over there is the closest thing that I have to a desk, but it's not a desk. It was an old organ, and I open it up and it has all my makeup in there. I like it because I can hide my makeup and the room looks clean. With having a desk, you need 3 boxes. And you need to label these 3 boxes: left, right, and center. Left, right, center. And I want you to take everything off the left side of your desk and put it in the left box. Everything off the right side of the desk and put it in the right box. and then everything in the middle of your desk and put it in the center box and slide it under the desk. And then you're going to go through those papers. Your desk is going to get cleared off. You're going to put the things on your desk that you need. And let me tell you, this is one of them. It's your timer. You're going to set your timer for 2 minutes. And when you set your timer for 2 minutes, you're going to go through this much paper in your left box. And it's 2 options. It's file it away where it belongs. And you may need a 4th banker's box with some files in it to be able to help build those files, because you're eventually going to go through the drawers in your desk too, so that you have a place to put those files. And you're going to go through this paperwork 2 minutes at a time. That's it. 2 minutes at a time. And you're not going to have, it's not going to be difficult for you. Your desk is going to be cleared, and you're going to process the things that are on your desk that have gone into these boxes. And then it's going to be all good. And then eventually you'll empty everything out of one drawer and put it in a box, and you're going to go through it that way too. And your desk is going to be organized. Now, if you have a lot of waiting you have to do for appointments and soccer practice and football practice, I used to have to wait for hours for football practice to be over. Make you an office in a bag. A portable office, so that you can take care of the things that you need to take care of. Do you hear it? It's everything you need, and everything you need to be able to mail a letter. It's everything you need to be able to write a thank you note or send a sympathy card or anything like that. It makes it simple where you could sit down and make a grocery list. You could just dream about remodeling your house. Robert and I used to do this at a restaurant. We'd take a napkin and start writing on a napkin. So spend a few minutes building your office in a bag so that you have this office that you can take with you. And now's the great time to do this, because there's little things that are at Target and Walmart in bins getting ready for school to start. It's all there to get these little things. Stapler, paper clip holder, and it all fits in the office in a bag. You can even get a pencil holder that would go in a 1-inch notebook will fit in our office in a 1-inch wide notebook. They don't come with a 3-ring binder in it. Oh, that's really good, Jennifer. Good job getting rid of stuff off the kitchen counter. Yeah, just prop me up and let me run. Just trying to breathe, y'all. Just trying to breathe. So, folks, I know it's only been 35 minutes, but I got to go put some heat on my neck. Be sure and check out our special half price on our mop and two. Well, it comes with one and you get two more, so you got three of the extra large mops. And people just don't understand what's the difference in the two of them. That's the difference right there. I got them lined up at the bottom. See the difference? It's about 4 inches. They're about the same width, but they're just one's longer. And you can get these cloths by themselves in a 2-pack that's half price too. So you are good to go. I don't know what she's asking for anyway. Well, folks, keep my family in your prayers like you've been doing. It's been so sweet of you. All the wonderful emails you've been sending. It's just, this has stirred up a lot of stuff for us. Just a whole lot of stuff. And I did get to talk to my nephew this morning, so that was good. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow again. I'm not going to do a second video today because I'm just really. Do you still have the light blue cloths? These? Yeah, we got these. This is the smaller regular one. Yeah, we still have those. I'm going to put some heat on it and I'll be all good. I promise. So everybody, have a good evening. I think I'm going to put some heat on my neck and I'm going to finish some work and just kind of relax till we go to dinner with our friends. I love you all, and pray for our leaders, all of our leaders. We got to come together and we got to quit bickering, y'all. We got to be kind to one another. We have to be kind to ourselves, but we need to pray for all the people that are trying, and I say trying facetiously, to govern our country, because I'm just not happy with Congress right now. I'm not happy with the Senate. So folks, keep our leaders in your prayers, and thank you for all your prayers for me and my family, my sisters Dina and Patty. We grew up with Leanne. Susan and Clifton did not grow up with Leanne. And keep my niece and nephew Brooke and Benjamin in your prayers. I love you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Got my magic wand.